The story of Purim, we go back 2,500 years ago approximately, and Jewish communities lived in the Persian Empire. There was an edict for the genocide of all Jews, men, women, children, babies, all on one day of the year, selected by the king's advisor Haman, and through a series of coincidences, the edict of genocide was repealed as a result of the work of the Queen of Persia, who was a Jewess, and her family member Mordechai. She was called Esther, and her name comes from the Hebrew root lehastir, which means hidden.
Purim, one of the important feasts in the Jewish calendar. I don't mean to own it, but I always feel it's very Gibraltarian, like we take it to heart.
We do indeed. It's like many Jewish festivals, it's very much a family, community affair. But Purim has got the extra angle, and that's fun, masks, carnival atmosphere. And though there is that sort of sense of joviality in Purim, and there is a very strong underlying spiritual principle to Purim. To me, the story of Esther is a fascinating story, and there's a lot of mystical aspects to the story, which one day we might delve into for GBC.
So, Levi, how exactly is it celebrated?
Unfortunately, for obvious reasons, and we shan't mention the unmentionable, the past 2 years we've had to shelve, as have other communities, so much of the Purim celebrations. We go to synagogue, we read the Book of Esther, the Scrolls of Esther, which narrates the story of Purim. But then beyond that, it's very much a family, community affair. We go to people's homes, we exchange gifts, we give money to charity. You will see the kids roaming around. Hopefully this year we'll go back to normality, mercifully. You'll see the kids dressed up for the occasion, because Purim, what it does is it shows a side of God which was hidden during the story, hence the masks.
There's a bit of pantomime, isn't there, in the reading of the story of Esther?
Yes, there is. We are, during the narration of the story, we do boo the evil guy called Haman, because he personifies the evil that existed then and unfortunately exists to this day.
I was going to get to that, because one of the morals in the story of Purim and Esther is summoning strength in the face of adversity. Can we draw parallels to what's happening to the people of Ukraine today?
We can. Unfortunately, the face of evil is the face of evil, and mankind has seen enough faces of evil far too often. The Jewish communities have. And what we're seeing at the moment is, horrendous destruction in Ukraine by, to me, madmen in Russia, Vladimir Putin. And I feel that, we can find parallel, because on the one hand, we've got the raw evil. On the other hand is the raw essence of standing up to evil, which is what we're seeing as well in Ukraine, which is what happened with Queen Esther and Mordechai and the Jews 2,500 years ago, which has been, the story of hope throughout Jewish history. It's been the story of standing up for your principles, of not giving in. And very often, when I come to Purim, I think of a line in Hamlet, to be or not to be. And you have to be what you are.